How to build wealth with just $5 a day. Yep. How do you do it? It's possible. So what's the pattern of what $5 a day is going to compound to, and what is compounding interest? Number two, what are the best strategies to build your wealth using the strategy of compounding interest? Like, where are you going to put it? Where are you going to watch it grow? Where are you going to have it double? Are you going to follow the rule of 72 where every 7 years you double? Or can we condense that down to doubling every 4 to 5 years, which would be my goal for you? And then last, we'll talk about some mistakes that typically everyone does. They always say they want the goal, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get the goal. So if you want something and you're not willing to do what it takes, why even have the goal in the first place? So let's get to it. So I want to actually read out some of these $5 numbers and how it compounds. So how $5 a day can lead to your wealth and financial freedom. You're going to utilize the power of compounding interest. Now, if you don't have a compounding interest calculator, just go grab one off the internet. And what you're going to do is you're going to put in $5 a day, $150 a month in an account. Now, this example is 7%, but I have places that you can invest in. A lot of times you can do 12, 15, 18%. It's actually iFlip. So I'm going to give you the free software. It's in the show notes below. Go grab it. That's what I do, and I'm making more than the S&P all the time. So then that compounds. But back to the example, if you do $5 a day, $150 a month, in an account that only made 7%, it will grow to $179,000 in 30 years and $380 in 40 years. Now, again, you change that compounding interest from 7% to 12 or 7 to 14. That's why I want you to have a calculator on the side and just play with it. Because the more you put away and the more that you can actually ramp up the interest that you're going to make on it, the better the compounding. The second is use dollar cost averaging. Invest a small, consistent amount, ensures you to buy more shares when prices are low and fewer when prices are high, reducing risk over time. So you can dollar cost average. You can do that in the iFlip app as well. By the way, those of you that have Robinhood, iFlip consistently wins in the NASDAQ awards and all of the stock trading awards consistently. Leverage tax advantage accounts. So I love Roth IRAs. I am the proponent of Roth IRAs. You would think I created it. So a Roth IRA my kids have had since they were day one. Like, they're born, they're employed. Day two, like day zero, they're born, employed, and then by day one, they have a Roth. It was already set up. I just had to get their, information in. So Roth IRA grows tax-free, tax-deferred. So in those models, I went to cryptocurrency and blockchain because I'm not using that cash today to live on. I just want it to compound and grow. And as crypto becomes more of a real currency, which it is, let's be honest. A lot of people use Bitcoin. You can already buy a lot with Bitcoin. The government, with Trump's support and the administration, is going to go more and more into that. So Roth IRAs and solo 401ks allows your investment to grow, again, tax-free, maximizing the growth. So for example, I bought Bitcoin in my Roth and my two kids' Roths at around 4 and 9, two different big buys. And you see what it is now. That's all tax-free, tax-deferred. I have shares of a very, very critical stock that's on a roller coaster and a skyrocket. As soon as it sells, then all of that profit will go tax-free, tax-deferred into our Roths as well. So great use of it. One of my number one strategies, by the way. Now, the best ways and strategies to grow your wealth using compounding interest is investing in smart folios like iFlip, because you can just compound. A lot of times you want to live on the cash flow and just keep the principal invested. I'd say don't live on it. Just reinvest, including your dividends. Just reinvest. Unless you're later in life and you need that cash flow. If you're younger, sub 60, go make some money for cash flow. Go figure out some hustles, side hustles, create offers. Don't live on your retirement, what I call your freedom day money. Have that be for later in life and compounding. Make sure you diversify. Stocks are more my favorite because you can go for dividend stocks. So when the market gets volatile, I tend to lean, and my team tends to lean towards dividend stocks that are paying 9, 10, 11% dividends every quarter. And again, reinvest them. That creates more compounding effect. And then look at micro investing. Do little bits in different things. Do not follow your friends and peers. Follow experts. So again, we have experts in our community that absolutely know how to do this, to train you to do it. You can trade inside iFlip. The reason I like iFlip over every other platform is it's a software that's AI driven. It's written on an algorithm that if the market starts moving down, they're going to pull you out into cash. It's going to let it go down, buy back in low, and you go up high. So you don't end up in that long-term, well, You're in it for the long haul. I hate when financial planners say that. Aren't you sick of that? If you're sick of it, put it in the comments below, because I would love an engaged conversation about this. It drives me crazy. You're in for the long haul. Yeah, I'm in for the long haul, but I don't need to also absorb 20% losses, 30% in 2020, and everybody thought that was fine. That's ridiculous. That's just ignorance, because you don't want to manage your own money. So you need to lean in and learn. Parking your money with a financial planner that pays amazing commissions and fees. And by the way, that financial planner at whatever those financial houses are, they went to school for less time than somebody who had to go to school to learn to cut and color hair. So really, you're going to give them your money. You would tell them on a little bit of a rant, but is very passionate about not parking and praying. Be involved. While you're here, I want you to subscribe to my channel, click that notification button, and I want you to share it with at least 10 friends. The other thing I want you to do, and it's in the link below, is I want you to binge. I want you to binge watch 25 hours this weekend. I want you to take notes, go grab my journal. What video did you watch? When did you watch it? What did you learn? What did you do? And start building a plan. Start owning this is my life, not just being entertained by Loral. This is something I'm going to consume and build a plan for myself and my family. Now, the mistakes are you start way too late. You're like, yeah, I'll get to it. No, you need to get to it. If all your kids did was $5 a day, you say, well, how are they going to make $5 a day? You're going to go to my Never Pay Your Kids an Allowance, and they're going to create tasks. I mean, any kid 10 or up can create $150 a month. I know they can. My kids do it all the time. My kids are in the 500 to 1,000 range, sometimes clearly more than that. So any kid can make that. My kids at 4 and 5 made $150 in a month. So it's not difficult, it's different. And if you're the parent, TikTok is not their education and parenting channel. You are. So you need to lean in. You need to grab my Make Your Kids Millionaires book. Make sure you get this. It gives you 87 things to talk about that you could be doing with your kids and your family, as well as you want to grab my game and put the game around your table. So starting early, it's up to you parents to put that in your family and your life. We have game nights here in our office every month where everybody comes in, we play the game night. We want to keep it fresh and keep your focus on the strategy. The next mistake is that you pay down your debt. So as you make new money, you do not pay down debt. Let's keep your debt at 0%, which means you pay off your credit cards every month. If you don't have it, you don't know how to make it, you don't get to spend it. So if you keep your cards at zero, now you have zero. But think about it. Some people come in, they make, say, 15, 20 grand, and they pay off all their debt. So now what do you have? Nothing. I want that 15, 20, all principal. I don't even care if it's 3,000. I want it invested, that you cannot spend it and you don't get to spend it till later in life. And then you make new money to live on during your 20s to 60s, or however long you want to do your plan. Plan and the timing's up to you. I love what I do. I'm going to do this to the day I die. This brain does not turn off. And honestly, yours doesn't either. You just haven't gotten motivated to do something bigger to solve a lot of problems in the world. The last big mistake is just ignoring this whole thing called personal development. Just acting like, someday somebody's going to take care of it. It won't. No one handles your money or your wealth building but you. No one cares about it more than you. You can say, what about the financial planners? They're just making commission on you, giving you a safe place to hold your money. It's a total joke. So lean in and learn. Get all 6 of my books. Read, get the game, and engage. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL. Ask a question, make a request. And by the way, 25 years of Big Table. We have a merchandise store. Grab the link below and grab some fun merchandise. We have t-shirts, short sleeve shirts. We have 3/4 zips. We got bags. We got water bottles. Cool stuff. Help us celebrate this year.